Pride in Florida. It's a phrase that can mean many things. This past month, it's been a celebration of the LGBTQ+ community.
Yeah, there have been ceremonies and gatherings, parties and festivals, but we've also seen communities cancel planned Pride events.
Yeah, many have told us Pride in Florida these days feels under attack, and people beyond our state are noticing. In 2022, Orlando was ranked as the third most LGBTQ-friendly city in the U.S. They took into account equality, community support, affordability, healthcare access, and safety.
Yeah, that same survey this year, though, dropped Orlando down to 34. The scores for healthcare access, equality, and affordability all plummeted, and that seems to track with the legislative action that state lawmakers have taken over the past 2 years.
From education to entertainment to healthcare, Tallahassee is changing the LGBTQ landscape of Florida.
Members, by your vote, House Bill 1557 will be reported favorably. Congratulations.
January 2022.
It's not the job of the school district to raise the child, it's the job of the parent.
A bill filed in Tallahassee prohibits classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity.
Doc, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
With that, the debate over Don't Say Gay was born. The American Civil Liberties Union has tracked 491 bills across the country that LGBTQ advocates consider an attack on their community.
22 yeas, 17 nays, Mr. President.
So the bill passes.
These have just become law in Florida. The use of pronouns. HB 1069 prohibits teachers from asking students if they prefer to be referred to as he, she, or they. The bathroom bill, HB 1521, known as the Safety in Private Spaces Act, says individuals who use public restrooms that do not correspond with their sex at birth could be charged with a second-degree misdemeanor. Gender-affirming care, SB 254, bans gender-affirming medical care such as puberty blockers or hormone therapy for transgender youth. Drag shows, SB 1438, prohibits establishments from admitting children into shows considered adult performances.
There have been lots and lots of attempts to limit our rights, a few successful ones, and what's happening now is just the latest wave, and it's pretty bad.
That is what Maya Monet told us 2 years ago about proposed laws impacting her community. Fast forward to 2023.
It probably will only get worse from here as well, because of course we have at least one more legislative session before the next presidential election, and I think DeSantis will take full advantage of that and pass an even greater slate of hate.
I'm disappointed in the state of Florida, and I'm disappointed in our governor, because I feel we've both been lied to, our community has been lied to.
Nima Barami, the former event manager at Pulse, speaking directly to the governor about his support of these bills.
You came to Pulse after it happened. You walked your foot onto the property with your wife, with flowers, put it at our doorstep, said, "We are here for you," donated money to the foundation, and then turned your back on our community because you wanted to be president.
Governor DeSantis has moved forward, insisting the legislation is simply aimed at protecting children in Florida. Opponents say it's only opened the door to harmful rhetoric like this.
We have people that live among us today on planet Earth that are happy to display themselves as if they were mutants from another planet. I'm a proud Christian conservative Republican.
State Representative Webster Barnaby of Deltona apologized for those comments made during a debate over the bathroom bill. Lawsuits on behalf of LGBTQ families are making headway with some recent rulings against these laws. But advocates say the damage is done.
It does make me very sad. It's really crushing in a lot of different ways. But what else is there to do except fight the fight, right? I mean, if there weren't people willing to throw the first bricks at Stonewall, we wouldn't be here. You know, and a lot of those people were genderqueer and trans and lesbian themselves. And we're continuing in that tradition. And whatever needs to be done is what we're going to do to make sure that we win, because it means our lives.